我是段娜，这里是美南大咖谈。没错，在我们美南大咖谈的会客室呢，每一期我们都能够迎接到就是各种影视圈的，或者说在各行各业的精英和嘉宾。那其实今天呢，在我们的演播室，我非常荣幸的邀请到了迈克。
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a little bit problem with the last name in Chinese. Okay. 所以呢，他是在影视圈非常有名的一个影视演员，而且呢，他今天是非常难得从San Antonio 开车过来，所以我们期待这期非常精彩的谈话。而且呢，今天的话题我们会专注在从这个好莱坞到休斯敦，因为很多人会希望把好莱坞带到休斯敦，也很多人在尝试。我们来听一听他怎么看。All right, so nice to have you in our show. So can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself first?
Yeah, sure. My name is Michael Rodriguez. I'm out of San Antonio, Texas. I've been acting for about 7 years now, actually 8 years now. And just something that I love to do, and each year seems to be growing and progressing from one step to another, and hope to continue to do that. Married, I have 4 kids, and just excited about life, excited about the things on the horizon right now, and I'm excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. 很显然，就是美国人非常的把自己的家庭和事业都会摆在，就是说桌面上来谈。比如说他马上提到他在这个行业里面其实是有7、8年的这个影视从业经验，但是他已经有结婚，有4个孩子，这个是很多中国人都很羡慕的吧？因为很多人都没有办法有4个孩子哈。Okay, all right. So I just heard about you were saying you actually been acting for 8 years, from what I have seen, you are very well with what you do. So I thought you would have a longer experience than that. So in this last 8 years, obviously you've been doing a lot.
Yes.
So what makes you decided to be an actor?
You know, it's funny because it's something that's a dream that I had since I was a little kid. I think you don't just wake up one day and say, I think I want to be an actor. It's something that I think that's deep within you and that's in your heart. And I've forgotten about that. You know, it's one of those deals where it's like your life gets in the way. You start going to school and to college and get your family and work. And then something triggered me and reminded me I was able to connect with an agent on social media. And I was like, wow, okay, that's right. I did want to be an actor. It's something that I kind of desired since I was a little kid. And I got reconnected with that back in 2011, and I went to an audition for a country western video. They needed like a biker type or something. And so I showed up. I didn't get the part, but the agent she liked what I brought at the audition, and she asked, you know, where I got my training from, and I'm like, I haven't been to classes or anything. It's just something that I think I like to do, and after that, she signed me up as one of her talents, and you know. We've since parted ways, but we're stayed friends. But you know, it definitely helped put me in the right direction.
Right.
And working on.
很显然，其实在我们很多人的心目当中，觉得做演员一定是要有电影学院毕业，然后有科班出身等等。那就是Michael 先生他根本就没有专业的训练，他其实是7、8年前一个偶然的机会，然后有人会发现到他，然后找他去一个海选，而且海选的时候他并没有选上那个角色，但是被那个经纪公司看中，所以签了他。我想说，如果是你有梦的话，都不要嫌太迟，因为据我所知，马可现在今年已经49岁，那么说他在40岁的时候开始他的这个影视生涯。Alright, so I really so impressed about it. You know, you were started later of your age, but you've been gone so far in the last 8 years. So been in this industry for like 8 years. I know you've been in lots of big project, and also we know lots of people try when you think about it, being an actor, you think about Hollywood.
Right.
So, and what's your opinion about it? You know, if you can be in a big Hollywood movie or the Hollywood movie, you want to think it in Houston, we would have our own Hollywood.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the opportunity, you know, it's wherever you are at that moment, and it can happen. Some folks say you got to move to LA, you got to move to New York, you got to move to Toronto or New Orleans or Atlanta, you know, and Austin's a big place as well for making film.
Yeah.
But I really do believe it depends on what kind of talent you can draw and where you can get all these people together to make a quality project. And you know, granted, it happens more often in those big cities that I just mentioned, but I think it can occur anywhere. But yeah, you know, I just try to keep growing and latching on to quality projects and working with quality people, meeting folks like yourself and the other folks that are on Vixens and Villains, which we're both working on. You know, so I think the more you attach yourself to projects like that, more eyes get to see you and more folks want to maybe leverage you for their projects.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And so, in all this, like the last 8 years, so what makes you think you should be continued? I believe we got some encouragement from whatever you've done.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because when I told my wife back in 2011, I said, I think I want to be an actor. She looked at me like, what? Where did this come from? Because again, it was tucked away, you know, I'd forgotten that I wanted to be one. And I said, look, I said, if I'm horrible, I'm going to stop, okay? Because I really do believe that we all have our gifts. You know, if I'm not going to be a power forward for the San Antonio Spurs like Tim Duncan, right? And, you know, I may want to be that all I want, but that's not my gift or my talent. You know, my gift and talent, I believe, was in acting. And I said, I'll stop as soon as I find out I'm horrible at it. And I've been blessed to have opportunities that have shown me that I should continue. So no, there's some areas where I can always improve, and I think I'll always say that no matter how long I'm in the industry. But so far, it's just been affirming to say, keep going, Mike. So that's what I do.
All right. 但我是有问了他是在过去的7、8年当中是什么会鼓励他一直前行？因为作为一个演员，说实话，很多时候你会有局限性，有挫败感，或者说你会觉得，哎，我怀疑自己是不是适合这样的一个职业规划。但是他会说，他的太太给他很多的鼓励，而且他试过很多的角色，好像都得到了肯定。我相信，就是说，如果我们能够放手一搏，没准就是一条正确的路。All right, so in this case, I think your family give you a lot of support in about this. And so tell us some project you've been involved in. I heard about it. You do know like a multi-million dollar kind of project you want to share with us, with the audience.
Yeah, sure. There's one that I'm really excited about, and it's Vice Squad. Vice Squad is the Vice Squad franchise under the Ascendant Studios. That's going to be a huge multi-city type of project. It's going to be an episodic, so each city is going to have its own set of 10 plus episodes that are going to take place. The big cities are like LA, New York, Miami, Las Vegas, and New Orleans, Atlanta, and then a few others, as well as even other countries like Australia and Toronto, and I believe United Kingdom.
This is a worldwide.
Yeah, it's worldwide, and so it's launched in phases. You know, like there's gonna be 5 major cities to start with, and one of them is New York, and I'm part of the New York team. So, ultimately the show is gonna follow other crime drama types of shows, but it's going to be a little bit more gritty. They're going to take storylines from actual, crime cases that have taken place, and of course, changing it and making it, more, suitable for the TV and whatever imaginations we want to kind of put in there. But ultimately, I'll play one of the good guys. Most TV shows or most of my projects, I play the bad guy, but this one I get to play the good guy, and I get to chase the bad guy. So, so I'll be part of the strike team, who's actually the main squad of the Vice Squad team that chases the bad guys, so to speak. So.
This project sounds very interesting. Is the TV episode or?
It'll be a TV episode, yes,
okay.
and shown all over.
So can you say the name one more time again so our audience can check out?
Sure, it's called the Vice Squad franchise. If you can find us on Facebook and like and follow the page. Ascendant Studios also is another means by following. If you find me as Michael J. Rodriguez on Facebook, you'll find information there as well. But yeah, it's really exciting to see everything come to where we're at right now. We're actually may start filming later this year. Possibly early next year, but it's nice to be in finally pre-production versus development, kind of getting everything lined up. So
what do you we will be focusing about this topic because in the industry and like you take those bigger project. Actually, your parts will be in New York. The New York part.
My part's in New York, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what about if we have any chance? You think it will any possibilities like if people bring the Hollywood to Houston, let's just do our local project, like that kind of big project.
Yeah, I think it is possible. Like one of the cities on his list, Kevin C. Kellum, who's a person who created this Vice Squad concept or project, One of them is Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
So he is spreading the wealth around, you know, the whole world and big cities in the United States, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I do believe, you know, at any given time, every city, every area, every culture has a story and has tons of stories to share.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of capturing those stories and then, you know, making them in a way that's interesting and then telling them in the way that's also interesting for viewers to watch. So I think it starts with a vision, a dream, an imagination, and you execute that, you put that to plan, and next thing you know, you got yourself a success story. So yeah, I think it happened anywhere with the right people pulling everything together.
那我也是有提到说，这个好莱坞到休斯顿这样的一个可能性和可行性，因为有很多，据我所知，在这个休斯顿有很多的公司和个人都在尝试，就是说我们在休斯顿那么多的人口，那么发达一个地方，为什么不建立我们自己的好莱坞？说到这个好莱坞，当然只是说把这个电影工厂发展到这个好莱坞的那样的一个规模、一个趋势，但这可能需要时间和来验证。当然每个人都会说这个是很可能的，他也会确认说这是很可能的。好吧，这个等于没有回答。You don't understand, understand.
No, but it's pretty cool to hear you do that. Just on, I don't know how you shift gears. That's
I just switch my.
That's impressive.
Decisions,
That
right?
is impressive.
Thank you. And so, because you know, from whatever I've seen, the pictures or the projects you've been involved, like you said, you always play bad guys and big guys. So how do you see yourself? Like in characters in the future, you think you able to, you see yourself have a limitation with take certain kind of roles or characters?
Yeah, you know, I think it just depends, you know, what you're given, and I want to be able to know that I can give my best to a role before I accept it. You know, if I believe this role is a little bit too far outside of what I believe I'm going to be able to give the best that role deserves, then I may pull back on it. I haven't had that happen yet, but. You know, I like being honest with myself and honest with you know whoever is trusting me to be a part of their project. So yeah, you know, I think my wheelhouse, if you will, where I think I can stick with is being kind of the tough guy, because it almost comes a little natural for me. Not that I'm saying I'm a tough guy. It's just you know, I may seem like one, and so I can kind of portray that fairly well. And so I think if I stick to that and grow from there, I think I'll be okay. Like, you know, I've played an uncle before, a family member. Of course, I'm a father, so I can play a dad. You know, and I like those types of roles too.
Not
because
everybody can play father, I know.
So, and I have plenty to draw on. That's for sure. With 4 kids and a husband as well, and then my wife. I'm one of the kids too sometimes. So. But yeah, I'm not sure. To me, I'm just open, and I like looking at it. Like when I get a script and say, "Hey, would you consider doing this project?" I read it through, and I look at my character, and I'm trying to be completely honest with myself on, you know, can I do this, and can I do it well, not just be on the part and fill a space and, hey, we're done. You know, I want to make sure it's top-notch quality, and if I know I can bring that, then I'll accept it. So.
那其实我也是有在问到，因为他很多的演员都有这个形象的局限性，就是因为形象的局限性可能会能够演的角色不会太多。他经常演的是那种黑社会老大呀，或者说那种非常力量级的这种男性，反正就是坏人吧，坏蛋。然后我说他会不会有对自己的这个角色设定会不会有一些别的选择？比如说他会不会觉得自己有局限性？他说他不会，他会首先他会要对自己诚实，忠于自己。比如说导演给一个剧本，他会要觉得自己是否能演，是否能够 handle。如果说他觉得自己不适合的话，他也不会去选择。我觉得这是演员的一个很好的素质，就是说好演员的一个很好的素质，不是说什么给我都接着，只要有钱，只要能出名就行，但是一定要忠于自己。Yeah, I'm totally agree with you, but to be honest to yourself, I think that this is the key to be successful for anything.
Right.
Sometimes you probably can lie to somebody for a short term, but you cannot lie to yourself.
Right.
You know what you can do that you cannot do. What sometimes you probably have to choose what we can do or what we wanted to do, but that takes time. If one day I can do what I want to do, that's totally success. Okay.
Right, and I'm not saying. Want to stay in my comfort zone, you know. I'm okay with stretching and expanding, you know, and those are good challenges because that's how you grow, you know. So there is a balance. It's tough to kind of articulate that in one kind of talk show, but you know, I just review it and assess it and see, is this something I can really bring something good to the table, then I'll accept it. And I did want to clarify on the 8 years of acting. I do have to share, I was involved in youth ministry for like 25 years.
Oh, wow, that's what I want to hear.
So with youth ministry, we would give like retreats and conferences, and we would run it, me and a few friends of ours, through our church. And so part of it included like a teaching, a testimony with that teaching, and then like a little skit or drama.
Right.
And that you kind of, you hit them from different aspects of what might touch the hearts of these teenagers. And you know, you give several teachings in a day, and you expand that over 25 years, and maybe like, you know, 20 or so per year. You know, I was involved in a lot of skits and dramas where I was one of the folks who helped create them, and one of the folks who helped act in them. And you know, we didn't have formal training, but our goal was to get the reaction we needed from the audience. And so we had immediate feedback from the audience to say, okay, they're getting it, let's keep at it, you know. And then you build on the next one, and you build on the next one, and before you know it, you got it down. And so that's 25 years of actual, like, unofficial, informal training, but it's still something that really helped.
I agree, because you know that's how it makes you go this far, because you had the foundation.
Exactly, that was my foundation.
Yeah, foundation. Okay, I need to talk about 25 years foundation. 其实他是有在讲说，我相信每一个演员不是一天就成名的，那就是说他的正式的演艺生涯是有8年，但是他之前的25年，就他有25年的经历，比如说在教会有帮助创作、表演等等，就是说，因为教会是有很多的表演的，我相信那些部分的就积累啊，对他后来的厚积薄发应该是有很大的帮助的。Right, I like I said, you know, you've been in this like acting, helping creative kind of things for like 25 years. So that makes you one day, oh wow, you're here, you're ready.
Yes.
So like I always believe, and for people, you know, they be successful, they probably have many years behind it. You never know. They've been trying, be learning, and been making themselves ready.
Absolutely.
And one day the opportunities come, they bam. That's
you want to be prepared. Yes. Yes.
Right. Like me, I was 5 years old. I was on the stage already. That helps a lot. Like you grown up in the school, always school give you opportunities to do speech, to do dance, and I work for radio stations and whatever. I think that's all brings me to today, the me.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, today's about you. Okay.
No, this is good though. I'm always like, well, tell me more.
Okay, please interview me. So you know, because of being an actress like me, sometimes I switch, you know, roles. Okay,
yes.
Interpret me. Okay, don't have to. 是因为我也是在个影视圈里面有一些时间，有时候会有一些角色的互换，但是我很理解作为演员在这个圈子里面，有些时候真的是，你准备好了不一定有机会，但是你不准备好完全是没有机会。Yeah, if you prepare yourself good, you might get an opportunity. If you don't prepare yourself, you get an opportunity.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this like 25 years or 8 years, so you have any kind of like a story, like feel touching or a little bit interesting you want to share with us?
You know, one of the biggest things that impacted me, because I started going to acting classes when I started, you know, a couple of years into it. And one of the things I'll never forget was I was in acting class, first time there, and there's like 15 people in the room, and we all had sides or, you know, a couple of lines to read.
Yeah.
And so he gave us 30 minutes to get in the character, and then he goes, okay, let's go ahead and share your lines. And I was first. And so Mike was like, yeah, that's what up. I was all confident, right? And so I show up there, and I didn't even need my lines. I put it down, and so I shared it. And then he comes up to me, and he got right in my face. He goes, I don't believe you. And I was like, where did that come from? I was like, why all this intensity all of a sudden? So then he goes, do it again. And I was like, okay, I'm not used to anybody getting in my face like that. Right? Yeah. So I had to kind of gather myself, and I did it again. Well, I thought I did it with more emphasis, you know. And he come up to me again, and he goes, I still don't believe you. Do it again. And I was just like,
you gotta believe yourself, right?
Oh my gosh. I was like, what does he want from me? I'm saying the lines, I'm emphasizing on certain words that I thought I needed to, and then I was about to do it again. He goes, hold up. And he goes, class, he goes, when I tell you this, he goes, come up here and I know you're actors, but don't come up here and act. He goes, come up here and be. He goes, you need to be the person that's saying that line or that role. And as he was saying that, it was like a light bulb went up in my head, and I started drawing from a situation that could make me be the guy actually saying these lines, the character, not just the lines. And I had to line everything up, right? And after he said, okay, now go. And then I said it, and then he got in my face again. He goes, there, now I believe you. And I was like, oh my gosh. He goes, great job. And I was like, whoa. It was such a moving moment for me that I realized that I've got to be honest in the role that I portray. And for me to be honest, I got to be able to draw from maybe life experiences or things that I know of, and then take that and engulf it into the character, and then take that and understand the situation, the atmosphere of what the feeling and the mood is like, and then deliver the lines. And that's the only time when I feel like I'm doing it right. And then when you know you are, once you see it and you recognize, wow, I was really being honest with myself right there.
So actually when you will deliver the character, and so whoever do the auditions, they would not believe you can do that good, or you make it that yourself.
Right.
In that role.
Yeah. He, his part in telling me I don't believe you, he was representing the audience watching me on TV or on the movie screen, and letting me know that guy's not really saying what he's saying. He's not believing what he's saying. And so when he told me that, I realized I got to give them this line or this script or this scene or this situation in a way that they know that I believe what I'm saying, and I'm being real about it.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it comes from.
Okay, that's actually has to take, like I said, has to take a lot of your life experience you to understand that character or that role is pretty well. You make it yourself.
Right.
And even the director or the audition guy, whatever, he thinking, I can't believe you can do that good.
Yeah. So.
OK， 就是一个很小的故事分享。我觉得这个可能，不是每个人有这个才华，但是他的就是说，他有一次在海选当中，那就是所有的人都在，然后有五十来个人试的这一个角色，就我也有这样的经历，就是然后呢，导演会给你一个剧本，然后让你去表达这个人物，但是每个人对这个人物的表达，可能有的时候会吃不透，有的时候会表达的方式会理解的不一样。然后他的表达呢，就是让导演是非常的可能不敢相信他能够把这个人物跟他自己合二为一的那么的贴切。然后导演说不相信你再试一遍，然后他又试了一遍，用别的方式来传递这个角色。导演还是觉得太过好了，还是说我不相信，你要再试一遍。然后最后他试了，然后导演说，他说这个人确实是很难得的，因为他能够把一个角色用不同的方式，然后人和角色合二为一的那么贴切的表达出来。我觉得这个是需要，像他说的，需要人生经历的积累，也需要他对这个事物的理解能力、领悟能力的一个积累。我觉得这个是非常难得的素质和素养。All right, I translate all what you said.
That was good.
Okay, so for our audience, I tell my program manager, cut off this Chinese part for Chinese audience. Not really.
No, that's good. I like it. I like the bilingual.
Yeah, but actually, this is international. Everybody speaks both languages. So how do you see yourself in those huge Chinese community that yourself for your career?
I would love to be involved in a project like that. It would be an honor. It would be a blessing, and definitely something that I could see myself doing. Again, if they got the part that's a guy that I can portray, then yeah, I would love that, because I'd want to learn more about the culture and the people, and learning. I mean, I know some already today, but to be, dove in and placed in that environment. Would be pretty amazing, I think. I think it'd be awesome.
So I do notice you were in the Vixen and Villains movie, because of that bigger boss from Mexico has to have a little bit accent like Spanish. You deliver it pretty good.
Thank you.
And okay, let me tell my Chinese audience first about this, so you can try.
Sure.
他 呢，其实有最近在一部大的电影，这部电影我是也跟他一起出演的，叫《Vixen the Villains》，他在里面是演一个黑帮老大，就是另外一个帮派的，跟我这个帮派是对着干的。然后那个老大呢，他是真的是在背后的黑幕高手，但是他是有西班牙语、墨西哥人、西班牙口音的。像他，大家可以听到他的英语非常的棒，他是本土美国人，但是呢，那个要求他有一些那个他自己在那个角色里面加了一些西班牙语的那个口音。我一看，我觉得这个演员特别的专业和敬业，因为没有导演提醒他，他自己加了那个口音。Alright, so I'm so curious. Can you just deliver a few lines about some Spanish accent?
I don't know about a Spanish accent, but I think I shift into this this mode of a guy who's in control, you know, and a guy who means business.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of takes on its own character, if you will. So like if I'm talking to you and we're about to do this show, you know, I might shift into, let me tell you something, Nene. You're going to ask me these questions, and you're not going to ask me these questions. Am I making myself clear? You know, so that's just. So it's it's just like you know, and it may come across as a little bit of an accent, but it's just I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just one of those things where I believe that this guy is this way, and when he says something, he means it. He doesn't even have to yell or to be like, "I need you to do it this way." It's just more like, "This is how it's going to be done." You know, and it's just a little bit of subtleties, I think, can go a long way in delivering a message that's stronger than most.
Right. I totally agree, because we have a Chinese saying about if you are very powerful, you don't have to yell.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
what you translate. 就是他刚刚有讲到说他在那个角色传递当中，他其实是一个就是幕后黑手。但是呢，就是说我们中国有句俗话说有理不在声高哈，就是说如果是有的人他非常有能量的一个人，他不需要吵吵嚷嚷，像那个小狗狗哈，它叫就是因为它没有安全感，它想要得到关注。像那种真正权威的人，他说话都是慢慢悠悠，而且是声音都不会很高的。他演的一般都是这种很权威的角色。Right.
All right.
So actually, in that character, in that role, I believe because I read the whole script, they have one scene is family always go the first.
Right.
Because he want to protect his niece.
Nephew.
Nephew. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So that Mexican guy was Robert played that role, right? So in your real life, and so I believe you treat your family over the top list too. So would you share something about the family give you supporting for your career?
Yeah, no, family is everything for me. You know, in my mind, we're all trying to get to being successful, right? So, and then to me, like, okay, so if I'm thinking of a successful actor, if I were to define success, I think of like maybe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? So, so he's at the highest level you can get, I think, for an actor, entertainer in this business. And as if I ever got to that level, would that be success for me? And then I started, you know, kind of being honest with myself, right? I believe I've already achieved my success in my family, because nothing I do from this point on in my life will ever outdo the love and the passion that I have for my own family. And so to me, that's the question that I ask myself. You know, what is success? It's like, so what if I get to The Rock? But if I get to the Rock level and I sacrifice my family in the process, that to me is a complete failure for me. So that's how important family is to me. It's like I am living my dream right now because I have my family.
Wow.
And I've achieved that goal. So everything else is bonus. You know, now I want to get to be the best version of myself in all aspects of my life. You know, from being a husband, a dad, an employee, and definitely an actor. And so I want to continue to strive for those goals and be, you know, maybe self-employed one day. I'm working for the corporate world right now, which I've been blessed to be able to support my family with. But yeah, I'd love to be able to support my family as an actor too.
Right.
So those are goals I still have, but they're not the goal. My the goal is to continue running this race with my family and continue to live my faith as I raise my family.